and welcome to my how-to video. My name is Sandra Grant, and I run a small business just like you called Sandra Grant Videography, where I work with various freelancers of all sorts to help people create content for a variety of things, such as their websites, social media, YouTube, and so many other platforms. Whether you need a crew to record your footage or just an editor to help you piece it together, we can do it all. And what's great about it? You don't have to do a thing because I help you do it all. And now I am partnering with SBN in order to bring you the same hassle-free experience. Now, first things first, every business and everyone has an origin story. And a lot of times, people enjoy hearing it because people like people with similar interests and goals. It's relatable. So here's my origin story. I grew up in a small town in Virginia. Once I graduated, I decided to pack all my things and move to the Sunshine State, where I attended Full Sail University. And now I have my bachelor's in the science of film. With that degree, I became an editor and graphic artist and wanted to start my own business. Now that you know a little bit about me, I'd like to give you some helpful tips on how to save you on 3 important things: time, money, and energy. As a small business, I understand that every dollar counts and time is money. So for my first question, I'd like to ask you, what is an advertisement? Is it a photo on a billboard or a short video on social media? And how do you get people to look at it? Is it with bright colors or flashy pop art? When it comes to ads, there really is no wrong answer, but there is an eye-catching answer. First, I'm going to share with you the basics. The first step is planning what you want. So you have to consider who will be in your video. Unfortunately, you can't just go into your establishment and just pull out your camera and start recording anyone you want. That poses a legal issue with the Karen of your establishment, who's a little extra camera shy. You could, however, go in during a time when you don't have customers in your establishment and film friends or family, or even talk to your regular customers about being featured in your video. Overall, it's still a good idea to get a consent form from anyone going to be on camera. And even if it's your employee, that consent will still be needed. Better yet, I can provide you with that documentation if you would like. Now that you have the who, there's a few other things to consider. Where will you film? Will it be in someone's backyard because you own a lawn mowing service? Or how about in the kitchen of your restaurant? People love to get a behind-the-scenes look at everything. Then you have to consider when will you film and how are you going to film it. If you're that lawn mowing business, you might want to film your crew landscaping or get a really nice shot as the lawnmower whizzes past the camera. Really, you don't need any fancy camera to do this with. Now, I know this was a lot to consider, and you don't need to have all the answers on your own, because I can help you fill in any gaps. After all, that's what I'm here for. Say we have everything planned now. I want you to know you don't need a big budget to make this happen. Instead, all you need is this. Production quality is very important, but cell phone technology has come so far that you actually have the perfect camera right in your back pocket. Did you know a person is more likely to watch a video longer if the video quality is bad but the audio is good? No matter how good your video is, if your audio is awful, viewers will instantly tune out and scroll on to the next. Therefore, there's no need to hire a big crew and spend hundreds of dollars on filming a video when you can do it yourself and have the same outcome. All you have to do is follow these simple tips. First, try as many things on camera rather than saving it for me, the editor, in post-production. I say this because post-production is amazing and technology has come a long way, but some things won't always look good added in later. And it could turn out more cheesy looking rather than the professional look you were going for. My second tip is lighting is key. Here's a sample clip. This is a clip straight from the camera without color correction. The first thing you notice is it's kind of dark. No problem, right? I can fix that in post. Wrong. When you try to bring up the exposure or lighting in a clip that's been filmed too dimly, you get what's called grain. It's not a good look, and it's not fixable but to a certain degree. So a rule of thumb is to always shoot brighter than what you want, because you can bring brightness down in post, but not the other way around. Another misconception about post-production and its almighty powers is the ability to stabilize a shaky video. Everyone's hands shake to some extent, and cameras are sure to pick up on that. But when we look back at our clips on our phones, we don't really notice this because we're still shaking and our brains tune it out. The moment you take that video and put it onto a TV screen or a desktop that is no longer moving, we start to pick up on those movements. Whether it was from our hands shaking or our steps as we walked, this can be fixed in post-production, for the most part. Take this clip for example. This video is shaky from me walking with the shot. I can correct that with a filter and get this. Much smoother, right? Now let's take that same filter and apply it to this clip, and this is what you get. Made it look almost worse, right? Long story short, I can fix a slightly shaky video in post-production, but the more shaky it is, the more warped it'll look when I try to correct it. Thank you to everyone who is tuning into this video. These are 3 key tips that will help me help you. I want to give you a stylish looking video without making it cost an arm and a leg. Making a high quality video may seem daunting, but it shouldn't be with a plan. Contact me today and let's start planning your company's future today.